Looks like I'm back again. What's going on, everybody? It is Patrick 1969, and today we are reviewing the robot Damashii MS09F Trop Tropen version A.N.I.M.E. This is the robot Damashii number 269, and it is from Stardust Memory. This figure was purchased probably sometime towards the middle, can't remember, towards the middle of last year? Is that when it, yeah, towards the middle of last year, and then the whole, lockdown happened, and the mail wasn't coming, and so finally this thing came probably last month, and I finally decided to get back in the game. So here is the front. It shows a nice big picture of the figure in a artsy pose with some Photoshop on it, and then a small little window for the figure itself. That's kind of strange. I've never, don't remember any figures offhand that have done that before. We've either had a mostly open window showing the figure or a mostly covered box not showing the figure. But anyways, here's the side of the box showing all the goodies that come with the figure and the posing. The back of the box shows more posing, and you see the GPO2 standing right behind it. Shows some of the flexibility of the mobile suit, and then the side just shows the Dom standing nice and tall. Alright, let's open it up and take a look at the figure. And so here it is, the Dom Tropen, and first impressions are that it's a very hefty boy. On top of that, it feels, just like always with these newer robot Damashiis, they just feel like more of a high-grade model kit, just more put together. The back looks pretty neat. You have all these openings, all these slits to connect various objects, and I'll show you those in a little bit. The paint, well, there is none to speak of. All of it is just, proper color for the plastic. If I had to say what was paint, probably the little lens flare here in the chest, and of course the mono eye. The mono eye does move around. Let's see if I can do that on camera. Just boop, pop it open, and it moves around just like always with all the other Xeon mobile suits that we've seen in the past. Although getting the lens back on, or I'm sorry, the what would you call it? The cover back over the lens is kind of difficult sometimes, but I seem to have gotten it down now. Yeah, looks pretty good. I don't have a problem with it so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Starting off with hands, like always. Now, you already saw the open, closed fist hands that are already on the figure. Those are for melee weapons. You also get 3 different type of trigger finger holding hands. This one right here is more angled on the wrist. It's kind of weird looking. This one is more angled around the fingers. So yeah, kind of like that. Like it's tipping it. And then you also get these, which are more of your normal trigger finger holding hands. And if I had to guess, these are probably for, man, these are probably for something else. I gotta imagine. I don't know. We'll see when I take a closer look at the figure. But then you have 2 expressional open hands right here. You have these more normal ones right here. You can use them for just posing and whatnot. And then you have these more dramatic ones. And let me just say, these fingers are well made, more better than the ones we've gotten in the past where it's like 2 different pieces being glued together. These are solid pieces of plastic, and not 2, so they don't break apart too easily. And they're on a nice new flexible rack for the hands, so that's a plus. Now we move on to weapons, and it wouldn't be a Dom without a bazooka. Now this isn't the traditional type, this is the more updated version, but it is quite nice. You see there's a painted lens. See that there's a hole in the back and also in the front. That's so you can attach the any effect parts like smoke in the back or a shell coming out from the tip. That's very much appreciated. You have a movable handle and then also a detachable clip. Can I pop it out right here? Yep, there you go. It snaps in real easily. These can also move. I don't know what the purpose is of it moving all that much, But yeah, added articulation there. You do get 2 extra clips. Let me put that down for a second. That you can attach to the Dom's skirt armor. And I'll show you how that looks a little bit later in the review. You also have a machine gun. I like this version very much. Comes with a detachable clip. Snaps in, snaps out very easily. There's a green scope at the tip, and again, a nice open hole port for any effect parts you want to attach to the machine gun itself. You do get extra clips for those, but they're all connected together in one plastic piece. Very kind of cheap feeling. I really wish they had something on the back instead of just, just a cheap, I don't know, what do you call it? Just a cheap mold. Anyways, you can attach these to the skirt armor as well. And then you also get some melee weapons. Heat rods, deactivated and activated. Let me put the deactivated version down. Nice translucent orange color, and it's more curved, and there's an edge to the tip. I kind of thought mine was bent, but no, that's just how they're supposed to be. These attach to the Dom's back, and I'll show you that later. Oh, and then you also get 2 grenade launchers. Now these grenade launchers can also be attached to the Dom, and it's kind of weird. I usually have all my stuff laid out in front of me, but not this time. Now you get 2 different versions of the attachments to connect to the Dom. For the grenade launchers, can I pick them up without causing too much noise? I think I can. And yeah, here they are. So you have a more angled one, which is this one right here, and then you have a more straight one, which is this one right here. So you have 2 of each of those, and then you get also 2 attachments. What is in here? Man, I can't remember. Are these more grenades or something, or just smoke bombs, or just bombs in general? I can't remember exactly what these are, but these can attach to the skirt armor as well. Whew. A lot of stuff. There's one last attachment that I forgot, and this is a back piece to the Dom skirt armor to attach the machine gun, and it attaches like that. Oop, come on, don't be difficult. Don't be difficult. There we go. And I'll show you how that looks on the Dom a little bit later as well. Okay, articulation time. This stumpy bastard has quite a bit of it, so let's see if we can show it all off. Starting with the head, you do have articulation allowing you to look down and up before you actually start moving the chest. So that far up when you move the chest, and that far down when you lean forward. Let's see if we can get him back into a normal pose. There we go. Going off into the shoulders, you can have full 360 rotation in the upper shoulder, bicep swivel. Ooh, I heard something. And then double bend in the elbow. The hands are attached by a ball joint. Not much motion in the wrist, but you can rotate the hand 360. And then this shoulder armor moves around when you don't want to. That's very annoying. I don't like it. You could also bend the shoulders forward. Not that much. Just a little bit. It's kind of sad. But it is what it is. Moving on to the torso, you can turn to the left and turn to the right slightly, but you don't get that full 360 bend. And then when you turn the figure around, you can have thruster movement, so that must be very important to a lot of you. You do have a piece that pops out. Let's see. Can I get it? There it is. And that is for the machine gun attachment that I showed you earlier. It snaps in. Let's see, can I do that right there? And there goes the clip that I lost, and it shot out. So anyways, you do have that. Moving on to the skirt armor. Let's see, can I lift up the arms? Did I show that off? You can lift the arms up that much too. Yeah, lots of articulation, guys. Moving on to the skirt armor, you can move it up like so. But the back skirt armor does not move. Sad. Showing that off, you can kick up about that far up, and then you can bend the knees with its double bend like so. It's kind of hard. It's kind of stiff. I don't know why. There is no real articulation in the toes. In fact, there is none to speak of. It's just all in the ankle. But I guess that's cool. Can you swivel the leg forward? You can. It does have that swivel forward. articulation there. Uh-oh. And then you can have a little bit of a rotation in the upper thigh. Man, this knee does not want to close. There we go. Got really scared there. So that's about it for articulation. Man, did that in relatively short time. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other figures and compare the size. In front of the camera, we have the original release Dom, and then we have the Type C GM that got released last year as well. And I like the scale between the two here, and I love how it's not much of a leap forward between this Dom and that. You got to remember, this and this one, I think, were supposed to be made around the same time. This one's the later version, this one is the very early version, so you can see the progression and what they've learned from working with this and going into that. Very much slimmer. This one's all bulky and round and whatnot. I still love it, but this guy is obviously the superior suit. This guy right here just looking like a little scrawny thing that could be easily taken out. Love it a lot. Let's show those attachments real quick, and then we'll go into final thoughts. Attachments, and this is where the figure really shines. You have a number of different things to put on the figure, and you can really customize it the way you want. But of course, the number one thing are the melee weapons, meaning the heat rod. Grabbing the deactivated version here, you can see on the thrusters in the back there's a nice hole where you can attach this one right here, and then you push it in the peg hole, and boom, you have it in there. It can swerve up and down, but be careful because it does come detached fairly easy when you do that. But I guess that's a good thing, just in case you don't want to get it stuck and whatnot. I did show you the machine gun being attached to the back. The skirt armor goes on there, so that's a pretty easy one. I just wanted to show you that first because, well, you know, you have this part that detaches, and yeah, I don't know. Let's see, can I get it on there real quick? No. Upside down. Alright, there we go. Now, still focusing on the back, we look at the skirt armor and you see all these slits right here. That's where you can attach either these, I don't know, these pods. I guess that's what you can call them. Or maybe you want extra bazooka ammo. Or you can even attach the machine gun clips. Now, preferably, I would put the machine gun clips in the front, but let's just put those off to the side. Most of the display pictures I see have these pods attached to the back skirt armor. So we'll attach it like so, right there. And where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Now it has a simple tab right there that you just put on the bottom. And I'm putting it right here. You can put it here and here, I think. Let's see. I think. You can put it a little bit higher, like so. Yeah, I just think you could also have enough room to put your bazooka or hand grenade attachments as well, but we'll just leave those right there. And then if you want, you could put the machine gun rounds, or clips, excuse me, on one side. Can I fit it in there? Nope, 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 nope. Let's see, go on this side. It's kind of weird not being able to see where the peg goes. There it goes. Alright, so you could have it hanging right there, and then you could put this one. Can it attach like that? You can. Boom. And you can have that side with the bazooka. And just to show you how the bazooka holding attachments can look, we have the more angled version and the more straight version here. So we can just pop those in there like so. We'll pop it in there like so. And it honestly, just there's no real difference. I think you could use the more straight version probably for the back here, and then more angled maybe for the front skirt armor. See, that's the cool thing. You can attach them wherever you want. It's your choice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and go into final thoughts. This figure was pretty damn cool to take a look at. Now, the price was around $75 for what I paid for it. That was from A.N.I.M.E. Other sites sell it for a little bit less, But for the most part, this is still a really expensive figure. The pros of having this figure are it's a great army builder. It looks cool. It's definitely a nice little update to the regular version Dom, which you saw earlier. And you do get a number of different attachments, ammo, bazookas, weapons, whatnot. Many different hands as well. And the capability to put different effect parts on it is really cool. It's a nice little selling point. That's about it. That's all for the pros. Now for the cons, unfortunately, those exact same things that make it cool also are the cons for the figure. Namely, this guy does not come with effect parts for itself. This is an effect part from the Zaku 1. Why couldn't this guy have it? Why couldn't this guy have bazooka effect parts, you know? Really big question there. On top of that, why aren't we getting, this is an army builder by the way, why aren't we getting, you know, the decal sheets like we were back in the day? We're paying $75 for this figure and we're not getting very much of anything except, you know, attachments. And to be fair, these guys honestly feel like the shallow, small little pegs can break off in the figure's skirt armor, and that's a real big no-no for me. That being said, the articulation isn't too bad, but it's a very dull-looking mobile suit. The plain plastic is very dull-looking. I wish they could do something about that. Maybe make it look more battle-worn, maybe make it a little bit dirty, I don't know. Add some paint on there. There's like hardly any on there. In fact, there is pretty much none on there. You got a little bit on the thrusters, or you know, around the feet, and then one on the chest and on the mono eye, but that's it. So all in all, this figure is cool, but just for the price point, I'd recommend just getting one. If you're an army builder, this thing's gonna cost you, I don't know how many you guys usually get if you're an army builder. I usually get 3, 6 if it's like a Zaku or something like that. So it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. The figure is worth getting just one. If you're wanting to do army builders, it's definitely not worth it. It's just, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed, but it's still a fun figure to get. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hit like, dislike, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.